Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our podcast, The Dark Price of the Spotlight, Entertainment Edition. Woo! Hello, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Tatiana Liary. I'm a Latin artist, digital creator. I have my own merch. You can go to tatianaliary.com and you can see everything there. And next to me, wait a minute, this is actually new. We have Illa Noize.
What's going on, everyone? I'm finally on camera. I am Illa Noize. I'm a music producer. Credits are Netflix, ESPN, and a lot more.
There you go. And then off camera this time, I'm going to need a headshot.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, to put in YouTube. We have the legend. Judah Crombie.
Are you sure I didn't want
No, this one?
Yeah. There it is.
Come on.
The legend. I was just going to say, where's that one super stud muffin looking dude that used to sit there? Where is he? And who is this imposter?
I know.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Look at him. He's beautiful.
No.
He was fighting it, but I was like, this time you have to do it. You promised the audience, so you have to do it.
We can't hold back.
She dragged me here.
The world is ready for something good.
That's right.
Everything's crazy. They need something like you.
He's so used to be behind the camera with all his producing and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Time to make you a star.
It is.
Gotta switch it up.
All right. Well, let's start our show with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Bennifer, how they call it.
Bennifer, what is going on with them?
Okay, so officially JLo filed for divorce from Affleck on August 20th, which just so happened to be their second anniversary.
Yikes.
Ooh, I know. So according to the Daily Mail, that choice was intentional. So apparently, So Jennifer said she was tired of being humiliated by Ben, and she waited until the 2-year anniversary because she wanted it to sting. And they says, but it did not sting because he was done. He's been done for a long time, and deep down she knew this. And he let her have this that she wouldn't look like the villain. So. Yeah, like apparently, the timing of the divorce was a big FU for Ben. But I don't know about you guys, but there is a lot of videos out there of him being so fed up with her.
Oh, yeah.
He was always rolling his eyes, closing and...
sighing, deep breathing.
For a long time.
Oh, my gosh.
There's videos going back like... a year, 2 years of him doing
this isn't
everywhere
just recent.
they went.
This has been years.
He looked pissed off every time I saw him.
Yeah, even I remember, I don't know if it was at the Oscars or some type of ceremony, and like they were fighting or arguing. And they were always trying for the cameras not to show, but they were always like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she's a diva. I don't know if it's him. I don't know what's going on. But why do you think this keeps happening to JLo?
I don't know. In my opinion, she had so many failed relationships. Yeah. I just feel like it's got to be her.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like, I have a family member. I'm not going to say who it is, but, they've gone through many different relationships. And it just keeps not working out. And I don't think it's like you're just choosing a bad person. Same thing with JLo. I don't think that she's just choosing bad significant others, other men, but I think it's got to be her.
Do you think she's like one of those? Well, we talked in the other season that she was a little bit of a diva, that people were talking about that. Do you think that in this industry, because she is JLo, she thinks she can have anyone, and maybe she doesn't like try to fix things? Like maybe he's like, man, you need to change this, you need to change that, let's compromise. And she just like, no, I'm JLo. You need to love me for where I am. I'm awesome. Do you think that's what it is?
That's part of it. So there's a few things going on, in my opinion, based on what I've seen. First of all, Ben Affleck's kind of a diva himself. So you put two different personalities like that are mega stars in their own minds. I mean, they're stars, but they're huge. They're larger than life.
Right.
So you put two people like that together, constantly like one-upping each other on who the top should be. Like, who is the superior one out of the two? JLo probably
like a competition.
It's a competition for one. For two, I think at some point, like you were saying, at some point with all of her failed marriages, relationships, and there's a lot of them, it's like you kind of got to look in the mirror and be like, am I doing something wrong? Is there possibly something I might be doing maybe? Yeah. Or is it just all their faults? And so if she's got like she doesn't have or she might have a problem with accountability.
Right.
That probably seems to be one of the issues. And plus, I think I heard Ben Affleck did look in her eyes once, and she doesn't want people to... That was one of her...
Remember, she hated that. Oh, my gosh.
Like, I fired the guy for looking at my eyes.
Yeah, so stuff like that, that makes me think, it's just because she's a diva. Like, in marriage, you got to work at it. You know, you got to compromise. You got to meet each other in the middle, you know, put in the effort, have accountability, like you said. And I just think it's just like her way or the highway for like everything.
Yeah, it might be like that with Ben, too, though. I mean, he might also have that kind of attitude of like, I'm not willing to budge or compromise, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's two sides like that.
You know? There's always two sides to the story.
I feel bad because the TV show that they did, all she spent just to have that, it's actually a movie about their love story and all that stuff. What do you think what's gonna happen with that? It's probably going to be taken down.
I was going to say it's going to crash in the market anyway. Nobody's going to watch it anyway. She's going to cancel more concerts.
Yeah. Damn. Oh, man.
It's all going down.
Poor JLo. Well,
I feel bad for the best.
Though. Yeah. Well, you guys heard about what might be going on or being a big part of the problem with this is that there was some video apparently released when JLo was with Diddy. You guys heard about that, right?
No, tell us.
No.
So there's this is a bodyguard of Diddy from, you know, they go back 30 plus years. This guy's legit. He's a very solid source for information on these kind of things. I can't guarantee what he's saying is true,
right?
But he's saying there are videos with Diddy and JLo doing some very questionable things that, you know, JLo was apparently a part of that Ben Affleck saw.
Oh my gosh.
He saw that the guy says, you know, Ben saw this video and that's why they're getting a divorce. That's the biggest reason. Now, is that for sure true? I don't. It's speculation.
It could be one of the reasons that they started arguing, and then
Well, the question is, what was it on the video?
I know.
What was going on? Was she a part of it? Like, was she a part of this craziness that Diddy was doing back then?
Right.
Like, I want to know more about that.
Me too, bad. Because she was carrying a weapon and she was arrested when she was with Diddy. So I wonder what she was willing to do just to be on top.
But I do feel like she was probably heavily influenced by Diddy.
Right, but when you know what
He's
you
probably
are,
like forcing her to.
I guess.
I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt that. He's a very manipulative, cult-like personality.
And powerful.
Very powerful, and he used fear tactics. And so who knows what happened. All I know is that if it's as bad as the guy was like implying, it could be really bad stuff, you know, like with victims involved, that type of thing, you know, like.
I don't doubt that video would come out eventually.
It probably will.
Because they always do. Like,
It's on, I mean, you know, they say it's on the dark web. I don't go on the dark web.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's crazy.
Yes.
Wow. Well, we wish JLo the best. Hopefully the next relationship is not that fast. I think she needs some time to herself and maybe figure out what she's doing if it's her fault. And just, I don't know, just have time for you, and hopefully the next person it's awesome for her and they can last forever, because it's crazy. In other news, guys, we had lost another Latin artist to the other side.
To the dark side.
To the dark side.
You don't hear
dark
that.
Side of the
you don't hear that too often about Latin artists. I'm a little surprised, actually.
Yeah. So this time, Latin artist Belinda's new video, La Mala, which means basically like the bad one in English, is a little disturbing. So at the beginning of the video, you see her walking down some stairs, and a lot of people were like yelling at her, throwing rocks at her. Priests are throwing like holy water on her. Then you can see like her crying blood and like I don't know, like she was missing a heart at some point. She was holding a head, like she cut somebody's head. And I mean, what I found very interesting is that at the end, there was like some type of, it looks like a movie. I think she was trying like kind of like making like a movie type of thing, but it had a lot of meaning to it, in my opinion. And she's like bleeding of her eyes, which is really disturbing in my opinion. I hated that. And with the, like, I guess people putting rosaries for her, like crosses and things like that, like almost like she's demonic. A lot of people were getting possessed while she was there. She, in one part, she actually like flies, like you can see him floating. And then at the end, this is what I found very interesting. It says, in this business, until you are known as a monster, you are not a star. That's very interesting there. Now, I wonder if she's saying that because the actual business, what she's going through, or because it was a message for Christian Nodal, who became even more famous after all the scandal between Casu and Angela Aguilar. So I wonder if that's the reason she said that, or is because, I mean, it is true. In this business, the more they talk about you, even if it's bad, the more famous you get. So I thought that was very interesting. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I definitely think that a part of it was related to Nodal. But I'm thinking, you know, it kind of goes back to like the agenda, like we've been talking about before. Like if you want to reach that next level, you're going to have to do some things. In a music video, you're going to have this in it, or upside down cross, or
demonic.
You know, reference something. Yeah. And so I think it's a little bit of both, that, yeah, it could go towards Nodal, but also for her to try to get more famous and more successful, unfortunately.
What do you think, Judah?
Oh, she's definitely drinking golden juice.
Oh, she could be, yeah.
Maybe she actually drank it somewhere.
Probably.
And they said, this is your next video, because she'd never done a video like this. No, bad.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the artist, but you guys let me watch the video, and the symbolism is unmistakable from what we've been seeing in American pop music. And what you see a lot is blood, right? And particularly bleeding in the eyes, or out of the eyes, the nose, which, you know, The Weeknd did that. Billie Eilish did that. And it's always attached to messages that seem demonic. And the video itself, she looked very demonic, just like all these other artists are doing.
Yeah.
Of course, they made the priest or pastor look very like this, I don't know, inbred kind of, you know,
like a buffoon.
Oh, this guy's a buffoon. He's a simpleton. You know, they always want to paint the religious, quote unquote, religious people as like buffoons.
Yeah.
And so the whole agenda is definitely to essentially, I think, is to make believing in God like silly. You're a dork, man. You're like, nobody wants to be your friend. Oh, you believe in God? Nobody wants to be your friend. You want to be cool. Come join the dark side, be a monster, and we will give you everything. You'll be fitting in. You'll have money. You'll have the cars. You'll have fame. Whatever it is you want, you know, all you have to do in return is, you know, just give your soul away. No big deal. Just your eternal soul.
Yeah.
So
the part that she doesn't have a heart, it's basically like, like she doesn't care anymore.
Like, it's like,
I've given my heart up, or, you know, even her soul. And what do I get in return? Well, now I'm a star. Woo, I'm a star.
Right.
But at the end of the day, do you think they're going to be happy they made that choice when it's all said and done?
No.
Of course not.
I don't think so.
But they're convincing a lot of young people to go take that path.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of movies and shows, like the majority of them, they're always like, you know, when they're kind of developing the characters within the show or whatever, like that typically most characters don't believe in God. Or are like just kind of disrespecting. They're saying God is a she, or like, you know, God is an it, and just like, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like it goes back to the agenda. Like I just feel like they're just trying to discredit any religion, any Christian. Like, oh, God is whatever.
Yeah, especially through the music.
God? You're lame.
So
yeah, for sure. I
wonder what is going to happen after this. Like, is she going to be more famous?
Oh yeah.
Like, I want to know what's going to happen and
she's got the machine officially behind her now. You know, the machine is these upper elitists that they have the influence, the money, they have the platform. And so once you sell your soul to them and Satan, all that stuff, I mean, you're part of they own you now. But what they offer you in return is we're going to make you a giant mega celebrity star person. Same thing happened with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She was already famous. She was already big. Apparently it wasn't enough for her. So then what does she do? She changes her whole image into this darker, witchy, like whatever you want to call it, and now she is the biggest,
in the next level.
Oh yeah,
the biggest
she's on
star.
a whole another like stratosphere. You know, she's in the upper echelon, and this is probably what this one is trying to do. What's her name again?
Belinda.
Belinda. That's right.
Belinda.
So most definitely, she is selling out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least if she's not thinking about it, she's already done it.
Right.
Either way, it's all bad.
Yep. So we'll see what happens after this. So these might be old news, but let's talk about the Olympic breakdancing Rachel Gunn, because we were, obviously when this was happening, we were away and we couldn't talk about this. And I really want to talk about it because there were so many, she's still trending, let's put it that way, for the negative comments about her performance. And I'm going to be honest, when I saw the performance, I couldn't stop laughing. And listen, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many better break dancers out there. I mean, I even know one that's amazing.
Yeah.
Illa's better than that. Dolly's better than that.
I know. And it's crazy because, I mean, there's nobody better in Australia. Like, what's going on?
Crikey.
Guys, come on. It's in every meme. I mean,
know.
she's super famous now. As a matter of fact, I don't even know who won.
Maybe she was trolling.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, like, I don't even know who won. You know, the only person I know that, competed was her.
Yeah.
But what I will say is she should definitely take advantage of this
Little
newfound
fame.
fame.
Yeah, her
Virality.
You know that
Best.
Hawk 2.
Yeah.
She's got her 15 minutes now, just like that. Yeah.
But seriously, like she should like make merchandise, sell her, on a pose or whatever, doing the sprinkler dance that she did.
Heck yeah.
Or the kangaroo
Right?
jump.
Yeah. Do the golden shower
just
sprinkler
gotta-
dance.
She should start a podcast in bad breakdancing.
100%.
I mean, why
right?
not?
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
true.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
come on, capitalize on that.
Oh, for sure.
And then now I kind of feel bad for her because she finally talked about it and how she felt. And there is a video of her not apologizing, but addressing what's happening. Did you have it so we can put it there?
Yeah.
And I feel bad for her, man.
I do feel
Like-
bad too. Actually 50,000 Australians signed a petition for her to
Yeah, the electric chair?
no
Oh, not that one. Okay.
to apologize.
Oh, gotcha.
But she didn't apologize. This is something
Okay,
else.
let's
We'll
see.
take a listen.
Okay, let's turn it up enough. Make sure it's good.
I just want to start by thanking all the people who have supported me. I really appreciate the positivity, and I'm glad I was able to bring some joy into your lives. That's what I hoped. I didn't realize that would also open the door to so much hate, which has frankly been pretty devastating. Well, I went out there and I had fun. I did take it very seriously. I worked my butt off preparing for the Olympics, and
Kangaroo
I
dance?
gave my all, truly. I'm honoured to have been a part of the Australian Olympic team and to be part of breaking's Olympic debut. What the other athletes have achieved has just been phenomenal. Bit of a fun fact for you. There are actually no points in breaking. If you want to see how the judges thought I compared to my opponents, you can actually see the comparison percentages across the 5 criteria on Olympics.com. All the results are there.
All right. She's cute. She's a little cutie pie. I don't believe her. I think she's trolling, and it's a way to get famous quick because...
I mean, but she was in the Olympics. You think they were joking? No,
It
there's
has
no
to be,
way.
because it was so terrible, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it real. It was so bad, and just the way she was making a mockery of it, like laughing and smiling, you could just tell that they were like trolls, like comedians almost. It has to be some sort of a like we're getting punked, you know.
But
what
I
I mean?
just don't understand. Like, if she's not going to do anything afterwards, what was the point?
just to get that 15 minutes of fame and then capitalize.
What if they
on that.
paid her?
Yeah, they
to
could've.
do that?
Australia might be behind it. It might be like a big whatever. What are they called? Conspiracy. Hey, we're gonna prop you up. You know, you're gonna go and act like an idiot, but you're gonna pretend you're the best of Australia.
You know what she looked like? She remind me of, what is this movie, White Chicks?
Yeah,
when the guys are like dancing
Oh
and
my
doing
gosh.
all these crazy
No.
stuff, because I freaking love that movie.
Yeah, but they actually killed it in that movie.
Yeah,
it was
I know.
phenomenal.
But you know, when they were like with the faces, I'm like, what is going on? I honestly, there is no way. I dance better than her. I could probably go to the Olympics then.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
They
should.
actually said they're not going to have breakdancing anymore.
She ruined it?
because
Did
of
they
that.
really? Oh,
This chick is gonna.
bad.
They're gonna be
That's really
calling
bad.
for her head because breakdancing should most definitely be in the Olympics.
You
because
think so?
that's a sport.
That's a cool. Yeah.
You have all right. If you watch the really good breakers,
Yeah.
you have to be a phenomenal
Yeah, especially
athlete.
the ones in the head. Like they
Oh
just
my
turn.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should keep bringing that back, and then just bring this chick back every time. Just let her keep doing it because it's good
She
comedy.
should
at least.
open the whole
She should open
thing
it
every
every time.
time.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that is so.
Speaking of
funny.
Olympic openings,
Oh yeah, my gosh. I know this
Yeah.
was when was that 2 weeks ago? About anyway.
yeah, when the Olympics ran.
They discussed it a lot ad nauseum already. But the thing is I like to know what our viewers think about this because everybody's got an opinion on this thing. The opening ceremony very much looked, and in fact it was really a mockery of the Last Supper. You know, Jesus and the Last Supper, which of course is in the Bible of the Christian faith. Which, by the way, always seems like it's okay to give Christians
That's
a hard
okay.
time and make fun
Yeah.
of Christians,
To
but
diss,
anyway,
yeah.
to diss them, But they started this big old worldwide debate, like people were sticking up for it or they were against it, whatever. Me, I felt like it was blasphemous. My spiritual beliefs is that was a mockery of the Last Supper, on a global scale. And they had, one of the people that was sitting at the table was a 12-year-old female, and just off to the right there was a guy with his freaking balls hanging out.
No way.
Oh, not even kidding.
goodness.
On live TV for kids and families to watch.
The Olympics always been like a family.
yeah.
Family
Fun.
safe for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
And neutral. It's supposed to be neutral too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
This is not neutral. This is like a full-on, attack on religion, particularly Christianity. And it's like, dude, can you just leave this bias, like anti-God stuff, at least out of the Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just-
why does it have to be
Right.
there for everybody to see? The front opening is going to be this blasphemous thing. And then they're going to say, oh, it's just art. It's just
Oh, that's what
art.
our
just
audience says all
art,
the time.
yeah. Yeah.
When
Oh, it's
the
just
Justin
art.
Timberlake video,
Yeah.
you can read a lot of comments where like, oh, it's just art. It just looks like a movie.
Yeah.
It's like Blade and
That's
things like
their
that. And
go-to.
that's their goal.
They were saying it was based off of like Greek mythology or something like that.
Right.
And-
Well, so they did at first, and then it finally, the person that actually was the one that put the whole play together, she actually admitted, yeah, it was supposed to represent or look like the Last Supper. So it turns out from the horse's mouth that actually was
Wow.
supposed to be about like the Last Supper, but it wasn't supposed to be like hateful or anything. It's like, what do you mean it wasn't supposed to be hateful? That was complete. Like, if you know anything about the Bible or the Christian faith, that's like considered blasphemous
Yeah.
to do a public
Yeah.
display mockery like that.
That's
Very disrespectful.
crazy.
And so I'm very much against it personally. I'm all for free speech. Let people, but for the Olympics, let's just keep that out of there.
Yeah, I
Right. Keep it
completely
neutral.
agree.
Keep it
Don't be
neutral.
attacking and dissing religions and
Right.
whatever. Just
That's insane. We
Yeah.
need to
Did
So
you
look at
guys
that.
see? You guys didn't see it, did you? Right?
No, I didn't actually.
no.
So I need
think
to
I've seen
watch
a few
it.
seconds of it, but yeah.
We'll watch it together. I'll watch it with you guys. And right before that or after that, there was another image just to add to it of some more demonic stuff of a chick with this girl singing and some weird, like, you couldn't even understand what she was saying. It sounded demonic yet again. She's
Really?
this headless body, demon looking woman singing this weird demonic chant.
way.
This is like either right before or after.
That's crazy.
And it's like, okay, so full on, this agenda isn't just in the entertainment industry. Now you're talking about on a global level in something with sports that's supposed to be this
Everyone's
neutral
gonna be
thing.
watching,
Forever it's been neutral. It's never really been like that. All of a sudden it's just like, hey, here's some
maybe they want to incorporate that demonic stuff to sports because it's a way to control. Because sports is a big thing.
Not
only music; it's high entertainment.
Yes.
So why not sports?
I agree with you. I think they do that in certain NBA, NFL. I mean, you'll see that. But with the Olympics, most of these people aren't even in sports that you get paid for.
Right.
Usually it's like, you work your whole life to be a wrestler, amateur wrestler, or you do, track and field. Most of those people aren't making money.
Right.
So this is supposed to be like, let's see who the world's best is.
Yeah.
Right.
The greatest.
They're going to lose their credibility if they keep going with this breakdancer and then with that at the beginning.
The breakdancer was bad. This thing was bad. It's a debate. Which one is worse?
Right.
Was it the breakdancer that ruined it? Or was it this opening ceremony?
Yeah, I mean, so we want our listeners to comment and let us know, what do you think this whole Olympic opening is about? Is it part of like an agenda? Or is it just, it's just based off Greek mythology?
Yeah.
Let us know.
And if so, what is the agenda exactly?
Exactly.
Right.
What are they really going after? What are they trying to achieve with this global agenda? That's what I want to hear.
Me too.
I want to know, because I think most people kind of agree by now. There's an agenda happening. Why though? What are they going for? Is it just money? Just a money grab? I don't think so. I think there's more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to know what the agenda is, definitely. All right, so I think this is enough for today.
Okay.
And thank you so much for listening. And I hope that you guys subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yes.
We are now available and Spotify and of course YouTube if you want to see our faces. You want to see Illa Noize after so many.
I want to subscribe to his face. Just his face.
Yeah. So, so thank you so much for all your support. We're also on social media now. So find us, The Dark Price of the Spotlight, in Facebook and Instagram. We'll love to hear from you. And of course, as always, we will see you next time.
Wait, do you do feet pictures too? Can we get some feet pictures?
Yes. Only on my OnlyFans. So.
Oh, let's hear from the audience.
No.
Do you want Judah or Illa back on here? Let's see. I bet you kill me in a landslide.
That would be nice.
No,
Who do you
no.
want?
Who do we want
you want
more?
Judah
Come
on
on,
camera?
you got the charisma.
Or
You
you
got the
want
I don't
Illa?
think so.
Come
I think
on,
I get
man.
smoked.
No, bro.
Make sure
Well,
you smash
that button.
That
You
like
already
button.
know. La la la.